Hey, yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Derek Branch here, Saint Discussions on Strike Seven Sport. This is another episode of the SDS Daily, episode number 5. And tonight we're going to talk about the recent news concerning the New Orleans Saints as they get prepared to go into training camp. They close out their mini camp session. Now it's on to training camp. It would be things about they have about 6 weeks off. Guys probably be going out to vacations, doing things like that, but is on to training camp. The dates, according to the press release put out by the league, is that the rookies will report on July 19th, and the veterans will come in on July 26th. So there you have it. The report dates for training camp: July 19th for the rookies, July 26th for the veterans. So it'll be on once everybody reports. But the latest news concerning the Saints is that Demario Davis got a deal done before training camp. And it was first reported by, I got it from the story from Phil Yates on the contract situation. So, before, probably leading up to that, there was some talk about Demario Davis seeking a new deal and possibility of him not showing up to training camps, and that wasn't really the case. He showed up to mini camp, and will be showing up to training camp after getting this new contract. So according to Phil Yates, the deal is it's more like a 1 year extension with more money added to it. He pretty much got extended for another year. So according to Phil Yates, the contract is $2 million in incentives through 2022 through 2024, $6 million max. It's 2023 base salary drops from 8.5 million to 8.25 million. So, but he adds 250,000 in workout bonuses, and 1 million of that salary is guaranteed. No cap impact on 2022. But then he put in another tweet, he said that an important point of clarity: this deal is actually a 1 year extension for Davis, who is now signed through 2024. 2024, Davis can make $14 million, $10 million base salary, $2 million roster bonus, 12 million. Well, not 12 million, 2 million in VA incentives. One of the Saints' most respected players is now locked up for another year. So there you have it. Demario Davis is pretty much a New Orleans Saints for the rest of his career, unless he decides to go somewhere else after this deal. But I highly doubt it. By the time 2024 arrives, he would be 36, I think, 36 years old, 36, 37 years old, linebacker. And I'm more than sure that, unless he has anything left, unless he's like, Ray Lewis or something like that toward his career, I don't think a lot of teams are going to be interested in pursuing a linebacker like that. That's on a decline. And he's showing no signs of slowing down, man. And I hope people will stop saying that, man. Like, he's getting old, he's aging, he's doing this. And like, the dude is playing, still performing at a high level. Until I see signs of rust, not rust, but signs of aging and signs of him getting declining, signs of him, missing tackles, signs of him getting gashed by running backs and out in the open, then I'll say he's declining. But the only back that actually makes Demario Davis look his age is like Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey hasn't been on the field. Hasn't even been on the field lately, so to even say that. But out of one back out of the many others that he's dealt with is Christian McCaffrey. But other than that, man, Demario Davis is still playing at a high level. I'm glad that he's going to be a Saint for the long haul. I won't say we had a long haul, but for the rest of his career. Came up with the Browns, I believe. Went to the Jets. Got on with the Saints. At the time, people thought we're just wishing that the Saints had good linebacker play, because prior to Demario Davis showing up, the Saints were looking for that type of player. it took us a long time. The Saints a long time to find those type of players at those positions, at linebacker, safety, DBs. Because from 2014 through 2016, the Saints had to put up like 30 to 40 points just to win games. Because that's how bad the defense was. And you would see mediocre, average QBs put up big numbers on the Saints defense. Tight ends doing whatever they want to the linebackers. Linebackers couldn't cover. Always constant confusion. Guys, just having mental errors, all kind of stuff, man. And then that stuff finally got better, man. Things finally got better in 2017. I think Demario Davis came in at 2018. I think that was his first year with the team. And that from that point forward, the linebacker position has been held down ever since. And we may have another great linebacker on the roster, and Pete Warner. So I'm glad that he's staying with the Saints forever, man. To finish his career, he deserves it. He deserves to go out, compensated well. Does a lot for the community. Great player, great person on and off the field. He deserves it. It's just that simple. And he's showing no signs of declining or getting old. I think he's just aging the right way. He's aging, the right way. He's not. He's just good at great on the field, off the field workout program. Comes training camp in shape, and I'm looking forward to another great year out of him. I've saying this for the past year or so that Demario Davis is the most underrated player on defense in the National Football League. Probably top 5 in that category, along with a few other players that don't get the credit that they deserve. So we'll see. We'll see everything plays out once the season kicks off. In 2 months. Oh yeah, July, 3 months from now in September against the Atlanta Falcons. In other news, other big news concerning the Saints this week. This past week was the reports of Alvin Kamara being suspended for the upcoming 2022 season. For the latest report, like I thought it was going to be, it was 6 games. I thought initially when everything went down, when that report came out, I thought it was going to be like 8-game suspension, but talk is that it's going to be a 6-game suspension is what the team is bracing for. But Alvin Kamara clapped back at Mike Florio when he put the tweet out, and they said that do y'all know when Jesus Christ is coming back? Something else. He said something along those lines. It was pretty funny, man. But that's the word on the street, is that he could be suspended for up to 6 games. And the Saints still don't have a running back that can I don't want to say they don't have one, but they have been unsuccessful at they have been unsuccessful finding a running back that can go along with a Mark Ingram or Tony Jones Jr. to minimize the void left behind by Kamara while he's serving that possible suspension. The court. I think the court cases the trial has begun on that situation, but we'll see everything plays out once all the details, what the verdict is, and how much is Kamara gonna be paying to that guy that he allegedly attacked, and that I think it was after a party or something in Las Vegas before the Pro Bowl. But we'll find out how things play out. But I got some I don't know if the video's gonna play, but some that from some content from Mike WWL and Sports Talk with Mike Detillier. He was speaking with a legal expert with she has like Amy Dash, legal analyst with Odyssey the radio network. I'm just going to play some of that content for you real quick. There you go.
Back here on Sports Talk on the Big 870, Mike Detillier. And today, and on our Oakland Heart Jewelers Talking text line, Odyssey's legal insider, Amy Dash. Amy, apologize for we had a bad connection, but if you could repeat
no problem.
Your comments on Alvin, and what do you think will happen there?
Sure, yeah. I think that he's charges, especially in the place where it happened, because of what you mentioned, that it's a big tourist destination there. The nightclub scene in Nevada is very lucrative for the state and for the city of Las Vegas. So they're definitely tough on crime. There's an allegation of gross misdemeanor conspiracy to commit battery and of a substantial bodily harm from battery, which is a felony. So I think right now the lawyers are aggressively trying to get a plea deal, but it's not clear if the prosecutors will be willing to do that. There's definitely video, according to the police, and the allegation is that Kamara is actually caught on that video punching the victim 8 times, and other people stomped on his face. So there could be potentially, if prosecutors see this through, jail time, which would definitely impact his ability to get on the field. And it's unclear whether that could be a couple months or a year or more. It really depends on what the charges, whether the charges are reduced.
Now, he does have a lawyer that is connected to the Las Vegas Police Department. They've worked together prosecution-wise, that sort of thing. So that I remember you saying that was a big part of this for him, that he couldn't hire somebody that didn't know kind of the lay of the land. And he has done that. He's hired someone who has had some cases with people in the prosecution part in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's right. A firm that generally represents NFL players and some other people out there. So that's absolutely true. But we see, with Henry Ruggs and some other people that are facing serious charges out there, it's a lengthy process, and the prosecutors are not keen on giving people breaks. So he may have to see it through. And if there's video, it's really an open and shut case. The prosecutors may not be motivated to give him a deal because they have the video. So I think, he could potentially face jail time if, in fact, he's prosecuted and convicted. And at that point, it will come down, how much jail time would come down to his criminal history, whether he has a pre-existing record.
All right, so those are the words of Amy Dash making an appearance on the Big 870 WWL Sports Talk, speaking with NFL analysts, Saints, talk analysts as well, Mike Detillier, on the situation. So it is what it is. She said it right there. That video, based on if they see that video, and it shows that if it shows that Alvin Kamara striking that guy 8 times, allegedly, that is pretty much an open and shut case. He could face jail time. It's up to the judges and how they decide if they want to, reduce the sentence reduce the charge. And it's a whole lot of stuff. There's a lot of gray areas with that stuff, man. What's up, Hoodie Jube and Randy, man? What's good, man? How y'all doing, bro? Thanks for showing up, man. But it is what it is, man. If I hope he doesn't go to jail, man. But he hoping it's just a suspension, man. He's gonna get suspended, man. It's just that simple, man. It's not gonna be a situation like a Marshawn Lattimore where it just but the gun charges just it just went away and he never faced no discipline from the league, man. There's a video on his stuff, fighting, striking a guy 8 times. He's gonna get some type of suspension from the league, man. I don't think it's gonna be 4 games. Possibly gonna be the 6 to 8 games. But looking at Alvin Kamara, man, he's in good spirits, man. I saw there's a video of him today at the racetrack. I think the one down in Charlotte at a race today, and he was with Michael Jordan. Made appearance with he was hanging out with Michael Jordan at the racetrack. So he's pretty. I guess he's feeling pretty confident that he can overcome this and be a part of the team once again. But he will get suspended. Even if he does overcome it, he's going to be suspended by the league, man. It's going to be suspended by the league for 4 to 6 games. And the Saints are going to need somebody that can come in and contribute, come in and help out with Mark Ingram. I think Mark Ingram could still help his team out. I just think that he cannot be. It just cannot be him leading the way as the number one back, and not somebody that can come in and take some of that pressure off of him, man. Keep him fresh. Be the guy that can come in, keep him fresh, keep him as a second option, a viable option with the team as a running back. But if not, if they can't make the move for they didn't make the move for David Johnson, and I'm assuming it was about money, about them not agreeing on what he's worth. And on a previous video, I mentioned the backs that were available at the time. We got Wayne Gallman, you got Devontae Booker, you got who else is out there? Latavius Murray, you can bring him back, kick the tires on him. You got Devontae Booker, Devontae Freeman, but you let him go last year, but he did pretty well in Baltimore, but it was up to the Saints, man. He got a back out there that's pretty young right now, and I think it's Justin Jackson, who played with the Chargers, had spent some time with the Chargers. He's the youngest out there. He's like 26 years old. There's some guys out there. It's not nothing, spectacular, but you can always try to kick the tires on those guys and see if you got something, that can something promising out there. But I just think that as for me, man, I'll just have to roll the dice with Abram Smith, man. Because if you make a move for a Kenyon Drake or something like that, you got to give up assets, man. Give up some type of compensation. You already don't have a first round pick due to giving that pick to Philadelphia. Then you moved up to get Chris Olave out of Ohio State. But you don't. I just think you just gotta see what you have with Abram Smith, man. The training camp is going to tell us a lot about that situation, that running back situation. If you go to if you make a move for a guy like a Kareem Hunt, Cleveland's going to want a second round pick, man. They're going to want a second round pick and possibly more than that if you make a move for Kareem Hunt. And are we going to keep is Kareem Hunt a long term addition to this team? Or do we want to let a player like that go if you after this season? You know what I'm saying? And that would hurt. That you have them two type of weapons. You have those weapons on your team like that, Kareem Hunt and Alvin Kamara. It would be hard to let go after the season. So if you keep Abram Smith, you bring in, you let Abram see what Abram Smith can do, and you might have a steal right there. A big steal. Because you're not paying that guy nothing. You're not paying him dirt cheap right now. He's on a rookie deal, a super cheap rookie deal. But according to the reports, but for what they're paying him, they believe that he can make the team. They're paying him pretty well for an undrafted rookie. But it ain't nothing whatever Kamara is getting paid. But you pay him like that, you bring that guy in, and he contributes and he balls out. You pretty much set for your backfield could pretty much set again going to the next 4 to 6 years if you got this kid. If kids turn out pretty well, But I don't it's just a dicey situation, man. It just that video is gonna turn us everything. Nobody hasn't seen that video yet. There's a video out there about whatever with Kamara allegedly, beating this guy up. If it's good evidence and strong evidence against him, it's pretty much an open and shut case. But we'll see how everything plays out, man. Nothing is set in stone going forward. Nothing is set in stone with the situation. But Should be an interesting training camp. Looking forward to seeing the guys report, the rookies, who's going to show up, who's going to be I would say the X factor in training camp, who's going to take the next step. Last year we didn't know what we had in Paulson Debo too. He got on the field in week one, had made a big impact in that game. But dude, he had an intercept. He picked off Aaron Rodgers, and he just been doing it well ever since. Doing pretty well ever since he got to the team. And I don't think that they drafted Alontae Taylor to take what's his name? Paulson Debo's spot. I don't. I didn't. That's not. I don't think that's the intent, man. That's crazy. If they did do that, man, that's crazy, man. Because Paulson Debo is legit, bro. It's gonna be a really good corner, bro. I think he's gonna be one of the more underrated corners in the league, man. And I think the Saints' defensive back problem is a good problem to have, man. We got that many talented players in the secondary, man. That's really good, man. That's really good. And I don't think, Bradley Roby might be the odd man out. He might be the odd man out in this situation. But we'll see, man. I don't think people say that they drafting him to compete with Paulson Debo for that spot. I doubt it, man. They're gonna find a way to put Alontae Taylor on the field, man. I just don't think he's gonna be the CB2 going forward. I don't think he's gonna beat out Paulson Debo, but he will find his way on. They will find a way to get him on the field. It'd be special teams or playing some safety and some packages as a safety or some certain packages as a corner. We don't know yet, but I don't think he's gonna come there and just outright beat out Paulson Debo, man. Paulson Debo is gonna be a really good corner, man. A really good corner, yeah, a guy that you're not paying right now a whole lot of money to. So the future is bright at that position, man. That secondary position. No. Also, in other news, there's been no movement on Quan Alexander coming back, and I think that he's not coming back. I think all that the ship is sailed on that situation. I think they're not thinking about Quan Alexander right now. I just really don't think they're gonna bring him back. You got Pete Warner out there, man. Pete Warner's gonna be the dude for this going forward at that position. It'll be Pete Warner and Demario Davis. And I think once they get DeMarco Jackson up to par, he's gonna be out there. So the future is gonna be Pete Warner and DeMarco Jackson, because the Saints don't use two down. They don't use no more than two linebackers in their coverages. They run a 4-3, so they don't. Most of the time they use two linebackers, man. Two linebackers, and everybody else is on the line, and they use safety, But I don't think he's coming back, man. I don't think Quan is going to come back with his team. And based on what I'm seeing, it don't look like there's a lot of suitors for him outside the Saints, other than the New York Jets. You don't hear that much about Quan playing anywhere right now. So that should tell you something, Is that I think it's more about him being available compared to his talent. His talent is undeniably good. He's a really good linebacker, the guy that can play in coverage situations. Good eye for the ball, smart player, unbelievable talent. It's just that being available is the issue. Being available, and you can't pay somebody like that type of money that he's looking for. If that's the case, if he's not going to be on the field for, I would say 9% of the season, so it is what it is, man. It's just, I trust the coaching staff, man. I know people, fans, love Quan Alexander, love his energy and all that, but you gotta set that stuff aside, man. You gotta look at this as a business, man. The coaching staff, from the GM to the coaching staff, look at this as a business, and you gotta take that out, the feelings out, the emotions out of it, man, and think, you got a second round pick. You got a second round pick and a linebacker in P. Warner that you're paying cheap for right now. to get on the field. But you got Quan Alexander that you want to pay him some money that wants a deal. They're just saying, they're just not gonna do it, man. They just, I don't know if money is the situation or is it about playing time that he's not here. But they're gonna go with Pete Warner, man. Yeah, Pete Warner and Demario Davis. I think it's gonna be like this for the next until 2024, till the end of 2024. I think that's when Demario may retire. You know, but they're gonna get that guy up to speed. That other linebacker's gonna get up to speed. I can't wait to see what he's gonna look like once he plays in the preseason and what the analysis is gonna be on him in training camp. You know, but we'll see, man. It's just there's just been a lot of things to look forward to this year, man. And another thing, man, I just think another thing I want to talk about is people getting baited into the media, the mainstream media. I want to talk about the mainstream media, talking about guys like a Skip Bayless or Colin Cowherd or Stephen A. Smith or Nick Wright or with Adam Rank, the guy from NFL Network. I think he's the latest guy that get the Saints an 8-9 record, man. Y'all can't get upset, getting y'all feelings every time somebody from the national media don't believe in the Saints. It's their opinion, and the more you believe it or not, the more you say bad things about them, you call them out on social media, that helps them out. That makes them more relevant. That shows the networks that you're engaging with their content. No matter if it's good or bad content. It matter if it's good things you say about them or bad things. They see it, they look at the engagement. And engagement drive ratings up, clicks up, revenue up, and all that stuff when you do things like that. So I'm not really worrying about it, man. It's their opinion. I got my opinions with the team. I know the team better than them, so I wouldn't say nothing like that. I know, and it's because people don't really know what Dennis Allen is about. The last impression they had on Dennis Allen as a head coach was in Oakland at the time, and with the Raiders, he didn't have a good record. His resume was not good, a losing record. And Jameis Winston, regardless of what, his reputation is, how much of a difference his reputation has changed, people are not going to believe in that until they actually see him on the field more than I think more than 7 games of the year. They got to see a complete 180 turnaround in this game as a quarterback. And then they'll put him in that category of the Mahomes and the Josh Allens and the Aaron Rodgers, the Brady's, even the Kirk Cousins and who else out there, the Matt Ryans. Other than that, man, they don't view him as a solid quarterback, despite his talent. But we're gonna get that. He's gonna get it together this year, man. He's gonna be really better this year than what people think. So I'm not really concerned about all that. So we'll see. All right, man. That's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel about the topics I talked about. How you feel about Demario Davis getting the new deal? Do you think Alvin Kamara will be suspended for 6 games this year? Or do you think it'll be less than 6 games? Or do you think he will not be suspended at all? Also in the description box below, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content on the Saints organization. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out. Who that?